Hey folks, welcome back. Thanks again for joining us. This is going to be another pretty quick one, but we're going to do something a little different today. So I was thinking about the different types of experiences I tend to have. And so I have these scenarios where uh, I'm not looking for anything. The phenomena is not on my mind at all, and it comes and gets me. So in this first capture that I've shared before, I'm just going to touch on it again here to show you an example of where the phenomena finds me. Then there's a second scenario where I find it, and I'm actively looking, and I want to show you, kind of take you through how that happens. But then there's this little hybrid section where I'm looking and then I find something, and after I find it, it seems to find me back. So I have three examples. The first one, it's finding me. The second one is the hybrid where I find it and then it kind of looks back at me. And then the third one where I'm being more active and going in and looking and seeking things out and finding it. So I thought it would be kind of interesting to lay this out. And then for the third scenario, when I'm actively doing it, I took a little more time to kind of show you guys how I do it. So anyway, check it out. Let me know what you think, and we'll talk to you on the other side. Thanks. So here's this first scenario, and I was inside my house doing my own thing. And all of a sudden, I got this very, very strong compulsion to check my security footage on my phone. I mean, it wasn't even like a compulsion. I didn't have a say in it. It was like picking up a hot pan. You just drop it. It was like that strong. And so I open up the app, look at the camera, and I see this thing dancing around the camera. And it was like calling me. It was literally like pulling me outside. So I went with it eventually. And you can see here it's smaller than it was initially because it's not near the camera anymore. It's near me. And this all happened while I was inside minding my own business, monkeying around with my kids. Okay, so that's that scenario, right? So where I was inside, the phenomena wasn't on my mind at all, and it beckoned me, it came and got me, interacted with me, and then dispatched me. It was done. uh, and now contrast that with this, where in this scenario, I'm looking, I see something, go to grab my phone and record it, and the minute I start to do that, it seems to acknowledge me and then come and engage me, which frankly was unnerving and weirded me out. But it's like a hybrid because I was looking and then it looked back. So yeah, check this one out. This is slowed and we'll see it again in real time. But this is how it showed up, and then I'll show you how it leaves. And honestly, I low-key thought I was about to get abducted because this thing was on its own path. I hit record and then it changed path and then got close to me like this. Hung out for 2 minutes, and then once it was done, it sort of lightened up and then took off and went straight up in the air like this. And like I said, you'll see it again at real speed. This is what this looked like. And like I said, it was like I saw it, I started recording it, and then it saw me back. Okay, so then on the other end of the spectrum, we have this scenario where I see a plane way up in the sky, and I kind of feel like, you know what, there's something going on up there. Let's go see how close we can get, put some eyes in the sky. And this is where I'm making affirmative steps to, engage and see what I can find. So, yeah, go for it. See what you think. And so this is that scenario where I'm going to take a little longer and explain this, but like, look at how far away that plane is. See how high in the sky that is? And then how do you get from that to this footage? And I'm going to show you because it's not accidental. When something's that high up in the sky, you have to take steps to get your eyes up there. And so this is what we do. We zoom in times 15, which is the max zoom on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And then once you start going through your footage, you have to zoom in again, which is what this is. And once you do it, you start to see things like this pop up. Now, obviously, this is way, way, way close to the plane. That's why it's blurry, but there's no chance of seeing this otherwise. It's the only way to do it. So then once you identify something like this, you actually start to back up and you continue to scrub and continue to speed it up back towards real time. And then you figure out how many frames you can get before you get to real time and real speed and it goes away like this. And I mean, I say it goes away, but yeah, you can see a little speck of something here and there. But also remember, this is 15 times zoomed in. And this is one of those preference things because, like, Dr. Scheib cautions against zooming in too much. And he correctly says, you're going to miss things if you zoom in too much. But on the other hand, if you don't zoom in, you're not going to see this to begin with. And for me, for now at least, I'm more interested in the things that are up further away rather than the things that are closer. But in any event, remember, this is how far this thing was, right? And so if you want to go from there to here, that's how you do it. And so this is the phenomena showing up in three separate sort of ways. One where it's deciding to show itself to you, and you have no say in the matter. And then the second scenario where you are looking and it looks back, which of the three is the creepiest, in my opinion. And then this third scenario where you're making active efforts and you have to take affirmative steps to have some level of success. Okay, so those are those kind of like three scenarios, like I said at the outset. The first one where, I'm kind of doing my own thing and then I get snatched into this. The second one where I'm kind of poking around and then it like pokes back and was like, hey man, what's up? And then the third one where I'm like, hey, what's up, people? And going and checking it out and making these efforts. And then once I do, I kind of find things. So, yeah. Anyway, I thought it was kind of interesting because it's a little nuanced, it's a little layered, and also it's one of those things where people, will say, "Oh, it's this dude again with his little things he's always finding. Like, what are the odds?" It's like, well, really, sometimes I'm not even looking, so I don't know what the odds are of that. And then with the hybrid scenario, who knows? And then in the third scenario, what are the odds? The odds are good when you make effort. When you have a method and you employ it and you take the time, then yeah, you are going to have results. So anyway, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Um, get in the comments. Let me know what you think. Share this video with other people you think might enjoy it. And look forward to seeing you again. Thanks.